Okay, guys, so I've just clicked the recording button and I wanted to start by saying thank you for joining me in the middle of the day at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. So it really shows that, you care about connecting and taking in content that really allows you to transform and experience life in new heights. Yeah, so thank you for making the time, especially if you're really busy like Andrew. You clearly have spoken sneaking out to join us. So thank you.
All good. You're supposed to participant.
Pardon?
I'm just a participant. That's okay.
Participate, yes. You're all amazing participants. I'll definitely provide some time at the end so we can have some discussion, Q&A, and any input as well that will just really facilitate our understanding and integration of the content that I'm going to share today. So just making sure that everyone can hear me clearly.
Yes. Yep. Definitely.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. We have another participant joining. Pratika. Hi, Pratika.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, really good. Thanks for joining us in the middle of the day.
You're welcome. I'm just at work. Well, working from home.
Lovely working from home and joining us.
Yeah.
All right. I was just sharing how the fact that you guys are committed to showing up really shows that you care about your development and really wanting to improve your lifestyle. If you just give me a thumbs up if you're okay with me recording. I am recording right now.
Sure.
And you can do that through the reaction emoji on the bottom if you don't want to show your face because it's early in the morning maybe. Yeah, everyone else is doing that. Or you could just say yes and then we can move on.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. So today I wanted to share in particular the power of thought, okay, and the power of the mind. All right, so in yoga we have a lot of practices, whether it's based or whether it's seated meditation, that allow us to become really conscious and in particular become very aware of our mind and body. Okay, and so today I'd like to share the component of the mind, being completely conscious of each and every thought that enters and exits your mind. So we have about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, right? And a lot of them are quite fleeting. They come and go, and we're not even aware of them. But those thoughts really affect how we feel and how we behave, how we interact with the world. Okay. So if we can become more aware and begin to master our thoughts, we can really shift our reality and how we behave and interact with the external world. Okay. And so I'd like to share with you by starting with a quote. Now, if you were in my yin class last night, you would have heard it before. Maybe you remember it, maybe you don't. So I'm going to repeat it anyway. And I'm going to show it in a visual representation for you so that you can actually see. Because I know for myself, I actually learn best when I can see things visually and not just auditory. So if we can cover both, that would be great. So I'm going to go into my little PowerPoint slide to show you. Hey, so can everyone see this?
Yeah.
Quote by Shakespeare. And it goes like this: there is nothing either good or bad. Thinking makes it so. Okay? Because in life and in yoga itself, we're always constantly being reminded that, we want to come back to a place of neutrality, right? Where we're balanced, where there is both yin and yang. And so what can happen is that things just happen, right? So things in life happen. Maybe, I don't know, your sister makes a comment or something happened, right? And then we can choose to see it as it is in a place of neutrality, or we can choose to view it in a good or bad light, right? Like there's always polarities in life, dark and light. And so I'll just read this quote again. There is nothing either good or bad. Thinking makes it so. Okay, so it's the mind that puts a meaning onto something and says it's good or it's bad. Okay, it's the mind that does that. We put meaning onto things. Okay, so for example, say the corona, right, because it's a hot topic right now, the coronavirus. Okay, so you could choose to view it good or bad. Literally, you really could. Okay, so some people might be saying it's devastating, that people are dying, right? So that's obviously a bad view of it. It's making you feel, oh no, right, helpless or sad or, you know, emotionally or negative, right? Others could be viewing it as a good thing, like, oh, it's actually a good thing we're reducing the population, which is good for the earth and the sustainability of the environment, right? That's a good argument. And that's the thought of the mind, right? Or some people could be viewing it as a bad thing. Oh, we're all stuck at home, right? I'm feeling claustrophobic, right? Or you could choose it to view it as a good thing. Oh, now I'm at home. I've got so much spare time to spend with myself and connect within. I get to do my arts and craft that I never had a chance to, or practice my singing, right? So that's a more positive view, right? Others could be like, oh, I'm stuck with my family. They're so annoying. I'm seeing them in and out, day and every day. And others could be like, oh my God, this is a great opportunity for me to really connect with my loved ones now. And in the past, I was so busy out and about, I wasn't spending this much time with them. Okay. So you can see that how we choose to put meaning on things can really affect our reality. Okay, so that's what the quote is referring to, right? Everything is just neutral. It just happens. It is as it is. It's the mind that thinks and puts meaning, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, and hence affects how we feel. Okay, the next part I would like to share with you is around victim consciousness. The victim consciousness refers to a state of awareness, okay, where we portray ourselves as victims. And this, I would say, is the majority of the population is in victim consciousness, okay, where we feel like, you know, we are at stake, or yourself, right? So, for example, you know, the coronavirus happened, right? As a business owner, right, for Carja Yoga, I could choose to be in a victim consciousness, right? I could be like, or if it was just, or you just create a habit of it, it's just like natural to come into this state of consciousness, which is, you know, oh my God, this coronavirus is affecting my business. I'm feeling disconnected with my clients. You know, how are we going to pay for rent, right? And it's kind of like this, just like feeling sorry for myself. Okay, so that's victim consciousness, right? Because I'm feeling like a victim. And then I can tell you now, honestly, I was like that for the first, you know, few days of this whole shutdown. I was in victim consciousness. I was feeling really sorry for myself. I was having a little pity party in my own room. And then I realized, well, clearly this is not serving me and the community. Yeah. And so if you're in a victim state of consciousness, you're always kind of blaming the situation or blaming yourself. Sorry, no, you could be blaming yourself, actually. You could be blaming yourself like, you know, I'm not doing enough, right? Or I don't have the skill. Right? So you're just pointing the finger. So you could be pointing the finger at yourself, or you could be pointing the finger at someone else, right? Blaming others. So for example, you might be not getting along with, I don't know, a relative. I'm just gonna use my sister as an example because she's so heavily in my life. Like my sister, maybe she makes a comment and it just made me feel frustrated. Right? So I'm gonna blame her. I'm gonna be like, you know, you make me angry. Right? That's also victim consciousness because I'm pointing the finger at someone else and not being accountable. Right? Putting myself as the victim. Okay. And so I'm going to share with you another state of being, right, that will allow you to feel completely empowered and no longer in this blame and shame thing that we kind of get habitually in. Okay, so we want to rise above the victim consciousness and become empowered. So we call this empowered consciousness. And this is where you are in your power, right? You are taking responsibility. You are being accountable for your share of whatever is happening to you or however you are feeling. So instead of pointing the finger and go, Jennifer, you made me angry, right? I'm going to think about, well, hang on. That's my emotion. I'm going to be accountable for how I feel. I chose to feel angry in response to her. Does that make sense? Right? Because we all have choice. Empowered consciousness is different from victim consciousness in the sense that you have choice. Victim is like, I have no choice. I am a victim to everything that happens to me, right? Empowered is, well, actually, I'm accountable for how I feel, how I think, and how I behave. Okay, so instead of saying as, you made me angry, it's more like, okay, I'm feeling angry. This is my emotion. What can I do or say that will allow me to feel empowered or shift my mindset or shift how I feel? So this is huge, guys. It might sound simple or maybe it's a new concept to you, but it's about practicing it that allows for things to shift in your reality. Yeah, so for example, with the business, right, with the studio, if I stayed in victim consciousness where I felt sorry for myself and just blame the coronavirus or blame the government for shutting business down, we would not be here live online right now. I'd be too busy feeling miserable and helpless, right? Instead, we chose to be empowered and we thought, okay, we're going to make this work. Let's find solutions, right? Let's trial and, error, and let's just keep going, right? It allowed us to take action instead. And now, instead of me feeling miserable and helpless, I'm feeling empowered and excited to be connecting with you all. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, so does that make sense, everyone? From shifting from a victim consciousness to empowered consciousness.
Just changing your mind up.
Yeah, that's it. Choosing to be in a state of power instead of being the victim.
Positive thinking, really.
Yeah, it's definitely includes positive thinking. Beautiful. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, so really think about this in your life right now. Where am I being a victim? And where can I shift it so that I am empowered? Yeah, and I would say this shows in relationship time. So if there's anyone that really bothers you, right? They're bothering you because you're in a state of victim consciousness, right? You've given them the power. You've said, they bother me. Giving them the power to bother you. Instead of being in your power, I choose to be different. I choose to behave differently. I choose to view them differently. Okay, so we're going to move on now to basically showing a patterning that happens. Okay, so we have, you guys can see. Okay, so we have stimulus, which is whatever happens to you. Okay, so maybe you're walking the street and a lady, breaks down and starts yelling at you. Right? Some things it just happens in the environment and you're just out of your control and you're just like, what the, right? It's a stimulus, right? Whatever your senses are taking in. So you might be seeing a woman on the street yelling at you and breaking down. Okay, and then you're going to put thought into that, which is the meaning that you choose to interpret it, right? The meaning there, you could interpret it. This is victim consciousness is, oh my God, out of nowhere, she's yelling at me. Like, she's making me look like a fool in public. Everyone's watching and I didn't do anything and she's just yelling at me, right? So right now, you're viewing yourself as a victim. Like, she's shaming you. You're feeling embarrassed. Everyone's watching. Okay, and then there's a belief that comes, right? And maybe you might start to believe that, oh my God, the universe is just bringing bad, situations to me. It's the universe. Why is it doing this to me? I'm just constantly getting bad situations. And so your reality, if you decide to believe that, is that bad things keep happening to you, right? You're just going to be an unhappy person feeling like always bad things come to you, right? So you're just going to, you know, everywhere you go, just going to look for bad things to happen and just validate that. Okay. Another example where you're feeling empowered could be, right, a stimulus takes place. The woman, you know, breaks down in front of you and yells at you. And then your thought is, oh no, you know, she must really need help. She's calling out for me, right? And then so your belief is, people always seek for me when they need help. I'm like the helper, right? So your reality is that wherever you go, you're just going to be noticing where people need help and you're just going to help. Okay, so I'm just going to come out of this now and come back to, okay, so that framework is there to show you that, you know, your whatever happens to you, the thought that you decide to put meaning into it, right, really affects you. And then you choose to believe that thought or not, right? And if you do believe the thought, it becomes your reality. And that's why everyone has a different reality, right? Because it all comes from our thinking to begin with, and whether we choose to believe it, and hence it becomes our reality. And that's why we're all different, because what we choose to believe. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to open up the session now to any questions, any answers, any contributions that you'd like to share that will add value to the conversation.
I'd just like to say thanks, Caroline. Your positivity is amazing and most appreciated, especially when we're all stuck at home, or most of us are stuck at home.
Yeah.
So having some positive thoughts is great.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you, Scott. That means a lot to me. Oh, I feel it in my heart. Appreciate that. And thank you all for taking the time to jump on, because, you know, obviously if you weren't here, I wouldn't be speaking. And so that has really helped me in my life, you know, shifting from victim consciousness to feeling empowered. And so I'm just really grateful that I can share, you know, this knowledge and wisdom that has helped me. Thank you.
Oh, that's cool. We're all enjoying it, I guess.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Like, do you all, or maybe just one of you, whoever, feel that, you know, in your life, is there an area of your life where you feel that you're a victim? Because that's completely normal, right? It's natural conditioning to feel that way or to be that way. And then feeling like, well, hey, here's an opportunity for me to be empowered now.
Well, definitely in my place, I've got 6 people in my house, and you know, we're all basically stuck in here together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess being empowered in the way I interact with others can definitely be a positive thing, instead of being the victim, so to speak, and if just in the things we do around the house even. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. It's amazing how much it can just shift your reality when you choose to be empowered. Yeah, when you choose to be the leader in your own life, as opposed to just letting life happen and then, you know, reacting. Sure. Yeah, love it. Any other shares?
I guess it is all about like how you relate to it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like sit back and relate. Like rather than like just go full steam ahead and
That's
take
right.
it in. Yeah.
Yeah, the power of awareness, because it's so easy, like you said, like to just react straight away, you know, when something happens and you feel victimized and you're just like, rah, anyway. Me and my sister are kind of like that, to be honest. And so it takes a lot of practice to become conscious and to just pause and to think, okay, how am I going to respond to this? And is my next response going to come from a place of empowerment that can shift the situation into a more positive, right, direction? Or am I just going to react quickly and then we're all just going to spiral down? Yeah. So I highly recommend practicing, I mean, obviously yoga or meditation, where you get to slow down and become more aware of your thoughts, right? And your movements, so that, you know, naturally in life, as you talk or do, you slow down as well and be more conscious. So we're coming from a place of response rather than react. Yeah, which of course you guys are all practicing. Yogis, meditators. Yeah, beautiful. Any other shares? You can see your face there, Natasha, and a pondering look. Just processing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, so have you all found that this content has been helpful?
Yes.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So I would highly recommend that moving forward, right, the next thing you do, just see, right? See, am I putting myself in a victim state or am I being empowered, right? And this could just be as simple as having a conversation with someone in your household, your workplace, Andrew, right? Or your emotions even, right? Like sometimes we could just wake up and we just feel this emotion. It could be like sad or helplessness or anger. And we don't know why we feel that way, right? And so what the mind likes to do is it likes to put meaning into things. It'll just be like, I'm feeling angry right now. So now I'm going to think of why I'm angry, right? So the next thing that happens, say someone accidentally makes a bit of noise and you're like, you're making me angry because you're making so much noise, right? So it's like the mind is constantly trying to put meaning into how you feel. So it's just going to point at something. We want to refrain from that refrain from blaming or meaning onto emotions as well. It's just an emotion. We feel it, we let it go. That's it. You don't have to put any meaning into it, whether it's joy or whether it's sadness. You don't need to put meaning into it. You put meaning into it with the mind, that it creates a looping, thought or cycle that just takes us somewhere else where we don't need to be. We just want to be here, not somewhere else. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I elaborate this a lot more in my meditation course. You've probably heard something similar, Andrew. Basically, with a thought, we can decide to feed into it, right? So for example, I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling angry. And then I start putting meaning. I'm feeling angry because yesterday this happened, right? And I can't believe she did that. What an evil person, blah, 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 blah. So you're putting more meaning into it and just making you spiral, right? Instead, I'm just feeling angry. Interesting. I'm just going to release it. I'm just going to breathe in and out, let it go. And that's it. It doesn't have to go any further. Alrighty. Cool. So that's basically what I wanted to share today, which is, moving from a victim state of consciousness to an empowered state. Okay. Is there any other final comments, questions?
No.
Okay.
No, just thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much. So this Thursday, Jennifer will be guiding the next Satsang. She'll be sharing new content with you all if you'd like to join in. Otherwise, I'll be back on Tuesday at 10 a.m. So I hope to see you guys around, and take care of yourselves. Be empowered. Love you all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a lovely, empowered day.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.